How you doing, people? Robert here, AKA Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. I was watching yesterday with the carry on with the elections, right? And I would just like to say thank you for everybody that voted for Labour. We get two positive outcomes to that. One is the Tories are out the door. The second one is the corrupt SNP have been hammered, and now they're put on the naughty step in the House of Commons, where they've got to sit at the back with the way everybody else, and they can't speak the way they used to speak, which is good because all they do is talk baloney. Now, the elections remind me of a show I used to watch years ago when I was younger. It was called The Generation Game. And on that show, you used to get a conveyor belt, and they used to pick prizes. What you had to do was remember the prizes that you got on this conveyor belt, and when you got the prizes and you picked all the prizes, that's the prizes you got. Some people never got all the prizes, but they got the biggest majority of them, right? So that really reminds me of the election yesterday, and it's quite funny. Now, the way I look at it now with the election yesterday is it's the real life generation game, and the people that voted Labour have got prizes now, right? They've voted in what they think is the answer, which is not the answer, but they've got to get prizes, and what it is the booby prizes. So let's see what the people that voted Labour are going to get, what prizes have won. The pensioners are going to get hammered and their pension pot robbed. Businesses are going to be taxed. Labour as a puppet for the WEF, the World Economic Forum. They're also a puppet for the WHO, World Health Organization. They have a corporate agenda, right? They're not interested in the people. They're not interested in nothing. It's all lies, right? And the real booby prize you got is that you've selected a man that failed to prosecute a major paedophile that abused children, sick children and other people, Jimmy Savile. So what you've actually did is put a potential paedophile lover in power, right? Then we've got them saying the other booby prize you're going to get is you're going to get 90,000 refugees, immigrants, whatever you want to call them, here. It's going to get benefits. It's going to get everything that the people get, and that people are losing because these people are getting what should be going to our own people. The people are going to get crucified with this, right? And it's wrong. More boats are going to come over here and they're going to get in here, right? It's diabolical what people have done here. If they think that they have got the answer, think again. We were bad when the Conservative Tories was in. We were bad when the SNP were shouting about independence, right? Again, independence. We don't need independence. All we have to do is take the lands of Scotland back and fight for our sovereignty, because Scotland is a sovereign country, the lands of Scotland. The only way forward, right, they're talking about the 26 election, Labour's going to campaign just now to try and get a Labour government in, right? The only way in Scotland, right, Scotland still get a chance, people. The whole country still get a chance if they're waking up, right? The only way forward in the lands of Scotland is a people sovereign government. A one-tier sovereign government where we eradicate Labour, Tories, SNP, Lib Dems and Greens. Well, the Greens are eradicated anyway, they're as good as useless. Now, if you get rid of that, right, and you have a one-people government picked by the people in the lands of Scotland that select the people of the people to run the country, then we're in. We can challenge the national debt and we can challenge them down in England, right? Because none of them in their private capacity under full liability can come forward and make a claim to the lands of Scotland. They can't even do it in England, Ireland or Wales. It's all an illusion, people. What's actually happened here is, the other booby prize that the people got when they selected Labour is, they have become part of their society. They've also reinstated new shareholders and directors in the companies, right? Because, as I told you, Labour, Tories, SNP, Greens, Lib Dems are all private corporations registered in Dun & Bradstreet, and I proved that the other night before the elections started. But people obviously don't listen because they're indoctrinated with nonsense and lies. Starmer's a total liar, people. When you watch these people doing TV interviews, you look at their eyes and you can tell the lies they spew at them. But a lot of people, it's the words that confuse people. They think, oh, they're great, they're going to do miracles. Or they're going to do miracles, people. Labour's going to screw the people. You think we're going to get a better country? At the start, before Tories got in, Labour was in charge, and look what happened. We had a mass debt, and everything went against the people. That was bad then. The Tories then came in and done the same, only made it worse. And now Labour are back in. Well, that supersedes everything, right? Now, we have a national debt, right? But the national debt does not belong to the people of the lands of England, Ireland, Wales or Scotland, right? It does not. Corporations created this debt. And all these, it's in power, that created these debt is liable for that debt. The people are not liable for this debt. What's wrong with you people? People that work hard, and I know people that take 2 or 3 jobs to get ends meet, are paying into a system. The entity known as government, the United Kingdom, as people keep thinking, is a country, is a corporation, right? And it's been proven, I've showed you the evidence time and time again, it's a corporation. Westminster Parliament, a corporation. The Cabinet Office, a corporation. The Treasury, a corporation. The House of Commons, a corporation. Now, we, the people that didn't register to vote or vote, don't have a contract with these corporations, right? People say if you don't vote, they use the vote for whoever's in. Well, that's a nonsense because that's voting fraud and that's abuse of due process. Can't do that, people. It's good that all these people think they did good when they went to vote because they all become persons. They're no men or women anymore. They all become persons and part of corporations. They have no duties and obligations and responsibilities to pay taxes, national insurance and whatever they're hit. Like Sadiq Khan's wanting to know in 2025, charge you £15 a day for using an electric car that's supposed to be admission free. Does that not tell you enough, people? These people are men and women hiding behind a mask like Prime Minister, First Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, Deputy First Minister, but people don't get that because they've not got a clue and they don't research and they don't pay attention to people like myself that know what I'm talking about and other people all over the country. It's fine to protect your rights, but as from today, for what you've done, you're going to lose your rights. You're not going to have any rights, people. They're going to dictate what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and that's a fact. What you're going to pay and what you're not going to pay. What you're going to get taxed and what you're not going to get taxed. Right? It's diabolical what's happened here today. I don't care, right? Because I don't vote. I'm not interested. And when the system comes to me, I fight back. Right? That's the difference between me and a lot of people there. I hate the system. I hate everybody in the system. Right? Because they're corrupt to the core. Private corporations. Right? A government can never be sovereign. Like for example, in 2008, the courts were privatised into corporations. The courts are no sovereign, people. And everything in the system, as I keep telling you, relates to person. And the amount of times I heard person yesterday on these interviews and people talking about the election, person. They're demented in the mind if they think they're a person. A person only exists in paper. And what happened yesterday when people went to put their cross on the box, they became a person. Because a person only exists in paper. The man or woman went to put the cross in the box. But as soon as you put black ink and a cross in the box, you become an entity, right? You're dead. You don't exist. And that's why they get away with what they're doing. But I'm happy for what they've done because now they're going to get a rude awakening and they're going to learn a lesson the hard way. Because what was bad, but what now is going to happen is terrible. And time will tell. What's this space? And then the law start moaning, greeting and crying about, oh, Labour did this, Labour did that. Well, you're too late. You consented to it, you get them. When you registered to vote and you voted, you gave them your rights. It's just like when you register a son or daughter to the register at birth. You're signing that son or daughter, no child or children. That's legal terminology to keep you in the circle of the legality, right? You've made your son or daughter a ward of the state, and that's why social workers can come and take your stuff. The banks, everything in the legal system, legal society does not work for the people. It works for the corporations, and you become that corporation. You're an entity now, right? You're a corporation. You're being incorporated. You were incorporated for the birth certificate. Do your research and find out. I proved the point in Scotland. If you go on the People Scotland website and you were to order an extract of their birth certificate, the fraudulent document, you'll get a receipt telling you have an entity ID, a number, the all capital name, right? So it tells you in black and white, you're an entity. An entity, what is an entity? The definition of entity is an independent existence, right? So what you've actually did is you've killed a man off, now you're a person, right? So I hope you enjoy what you've just did, right? What I would like to say as well, I'm proud of the people that used common sense and didn't vote. You did the right thing, right? I'm also happy that Reform did what they did and achieved what they did, right? That was a safe option to keep the control of Labour down, but people didn't want that, right? I think they got at the end up over 4 million votes, which is good for Nigel Farage and his team. That's good, that's a good start. So hopefully he can progress on what he's doing. It's important. The other thing as well, it's time for the people that didn't vote and the truthers to come together and start trusting each other to fight and protect your rights. In Anti-Corruption Scotland, we try to do that. I've been doing this for 12 and a half years plus, and I fight with the system nail and tooth, people. I'm not back down for nothing. There's no man or woman working in a legal system, legal society, will frighten me. Right? I am my own boss. I dictate my life. My life is my life. My life is my property. My rights is my property. Right? And unless they've got a contract, or they're claiming I'm their property, or whatever my property is they're claiming is their property, I've got an issue with that. Right? And no man or woman's going to come forward and say that I'm their property. It can never happen. Right? I was my mother and father's property, God rest their soul, when I was created, right? My mother's my God. And that's a fact. She gave me life and breath, the same as everybody else. So it's time for you people to waken up and smell the coffee and pay attention to what I'm saying. Again, people, this is only my view. You did the wrong thing. And time will tell. You'll find out the hard way. And that's coming. That's coming, people. There's a corporate agenda here. It's the same as Stammers now thinking of putting us back into Europe. That isn't a good idea, people, because then they get control. It's all, they're looking to make a one world currency, a one world government, and that's dangerous, right? Really, really dangerous. We can't have that. It's time for the people to wake up now and smell the coffee. A lot of people are not happy with the result, but at the end of the day, that's what happens when you've got indoctrinated people that do not know any better. And they're going to learn a lesson the hard way in the next few years. And it starts from tomorrow, when he's been put into power today. Alright, people, please share this video far and wide. There's no malice, nastiness intended. It's just truth. It's not a view or opinion, it's a fact. Myself and people all over this country research, fight and get answers. But people, for some reason, don't want to listen to the answers. And I think it's time that you start listening to the answers. All is not lost, people. We can still nip this in the bud, right? We can still nip it in the bud, but if people want, if you want change, as I keep saying time and time again in the videos, only people can make change. And until people want to make change properly, we're not going to get change, because we're still in the same time warp as what we were before he won the election, right? Anyway, people, I'm going to leave it at that. Again, well done, Nigel Farage. And well done for the people that seen sense and didn't vote, because you know there is no democracy when these people can dictate how you're going to live, how you're going to eat, how you're going to travel, and whatever else. That's no democracy. That's no rights. That is not rights, people. You've just lost your rights to a corporation that has no power, has no jurisdiction, and that's a fact in law. right? We don't have, the people that didn't, including myself, vote for these parasites. We don't have a contract with them people. We won't give them joinder. And that's a fact. Anyway, Anti-Corruption Scotland is still going to do what they do, and hopefully we can get more people on board. And what I would say as well, while I'm on this subject, thank you for all the people that's recently joined my TikTok account. Thank you for all the people that's reposted and shared my video. It's appreciated. I do this for the right reason with Anti-Corruption Scotland, with good intention and good heart. We don't ask you for nothing. All we do is ask you for your support and share the information, because information can be verified under a charge of perjury. There is no misinformation for Anti-Corruption Scotland. I found out yesterday, a couple of people sent me messages. This is diabolical, right, people? Saying that two of the videos had no sound. I went and checked them yesterday on the TikTok account, and right enough, two videos had no sound. One of the videos was talking about the DVLA, educating the people how this works. I can't remember what the other video is. I need to look at it, find out what it is. But they removed the sound for these two videos and silenced me, people. Unlawfully, right? Because they don't like the truth. And it's the same as every platform. They don't like the truth, so try and shut you down. But the thing of the matter is, I've just deleted the two videos so you know, people, in case you're looking for them. There's no point in having them there. It said on the video change sound, so I tried to change sound, but it's just given me the options of music. That's not what I wanted. I wanted myself to be heard. But forces within the nasty world is trying to stop that, because they don't want people knowing the truth. And the truth is what you get for Anti-Corruption Scotland, myself, 100%, 1,000,000%. Anyway, people, please keep getting information out there for Anti-Corruption Scotland. It's important it gets out there to give the people knowledge and what's going on and how it's going on and how we can challenge it and how we can fight for it. And again, I'd like to thank everybody that's took time to watch my channel, took time to repost and share the videos. It's appreciated, people. Keep up the good work and get that knowledge out there to educate the people, because now it's time to move forward. Right? The election's out the way now. We know the script. It's time to move forward and try and make change for the people that is no part of that election. Right? Take care, people. Be safe, and I'll speak soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.